Veaceslav Cretu from Digikidz is not shy. He knows he's pleading for the right cause, and he'll call you, he'll write to you, he'll ask for help. Today, he's going to talk about the importance of giving and how to get funding for your projects.
Well, thanks a lot for such a qualification and introduction. Before I start, I would like to ask you to do kind of small thing, to pay attention on my next couple minutes and to leave your phones away. When I came here today, before to start, I really was powerful in some way. When I look at every one of you, I see myself as the youngest one in this audience. And from your speeches, what I can tell, in some moments I got disappointed, and in some moments I was shocked. Yes, I'm young. I got power and ambition. What I need from you is your help, trust, confidence, and support. I wouldn't start it this way, but I have to say because I'm really proud to see such bright minds coming together today. So let me go ahead and do what I have to do. Dear Excellencies, distinguished guests, I am most delighted and honored to be here today to speak up on behalf of my generation at this historical event and to address the most challenges, problems that youth faces in our country today. And I mean our beloved country, Republic of Moldova, that tries to find its path to political and economical stability in 21st century. In the past 2 decades of independence, which means I am the age of my country's independence and I share the same problem. I am almost my country, well, incorporated in a such called body, human body. Our country been through a lot of changes, starting from when we got our independence, been through a civil war, trying to identify who we are, big flux of immigration, workers fighting for a better living, I mean the taxpayers. It's a really hint from our country imposing such big taxes to the people who really work and move the country on. Movement to expand human rights, employee strikes and political crisis and so on. Each time when we face these moments, there have been all the time those type of people that told us to fear the consequences, that we will never reach what we were meant to be or we want to be. We did not adhere to those dogmas of a blind past. Someone who imposed those ideas, we kind of gave up on that was the right thing to do. And because we did so, because we believed, and still see that opportunity where somebody out there see only a failure, we gather today to identify what makes us stronger and better. And that is why some of us are here today. For now, I would like to focus about the next challenges that we are going to face in the next couple of years, and I mean for our future. I'll focus mainly on the next 5 years, 10 years, and beyond. As 2015 was a decisional year, not only for our country, our nation, but for the entire world. Back in September, a lot of people, and I mean the high-level people gathered today to decide on new development agenda, 2030 development agenda. We should focus our efforts on the development goals because our country signed the document and dedicated its next 15 years to develop its country and to eradicate poverty and reduce unemployment. But let me get it straight and say that we will not get the expected results by that time, and I mean 20-30 year, with such development rate when we discussed about all the topics today and we know what our problems are and what is the source of the problem. People are already sick and exhausted about what's going on in our country. And to be honest, I am one of them too. With these challenges that are going now, we're at the risk to become a lost nation and transition, and we've heard that today. But I would like to mention, because this really happens. And I think that it has been done enough in a wrong direction to realize that it's time to do something. And I'm referring to those that have potential, like me and us, the people who are here today. It's not the weak people that make our country weaker. It's our strong people's indifference not to make our country stronger, period. Are we really a nation without a future or international identity or a local identity? Can anyone of you tell me this now? We will let other nations to decide who we're supposed to be, or we will show them that we really have a meaning in this world for a global development. We may not have not the necessary resources, competitive products for export, or a good geopolitical position. But the most important resource that we have, it's our own people, the people. And I think it's time to think about them, of those who are the meaning of our nation. And I mean the young generation, about the kids that you're seeing right now, that spark of happiness that you see in their eyes, that is what defines us as a country, when we take care about the future generation. It might not affect us because we're all settled people with education, with businesses around, with influence, not only in our country, but around the world. But it's gonna affect the next generation. And who do you think they're gonna blame? Exactly, us. A land without people has the same value as people without the land. The identity of a country as a nation, it defined by its own people, not by the borders that someone set it up for us, where we're trying to expand. Just think for a moment. We came to this land, right? We left everything behind home. We built new communities, new families, and here we are, great people with ambitions. This tells us that we have the potential to make a difference and create a perfect environment. That's what matters the most, a perfect environment to grow. And I'm referring here to the government, civil society, and the private sector. There are three main influencers that need to join the forces. I think that we need to start with this, to learn and to understand what makes us one country. I believe you believe it or not, but it's very simple. What defines us as one country, it's our culture, our food, our music, our traditions, sorry about that, and our religion, our beliefs that makes us to move on. When it comes about my generation, as being a youth representative in the past 2 years, I've been representing my country, and I can probably say at a high level, and yes, I did it. For some of my colleagues and their faces and their thoughts, I'm a good leader of a youth of Republic of Moldova. More than anyone else, we, the children of Moldova, understand the challenges that lay ahead of us, and we have the willpower to confront them. But at the same time, however, many of my peers are disappointed with the current challenges and the situation, and some of them have left Moldova in search of better opportunities abroad. And I have to recognize I am one of them. Yes, I left. You're right. Not because I was weak and I couldn't contribute to my country's development, but because I wanted to grow professionally. And I had to seek for more resources abroad to become stronger and better. So then I can use that power to influence others, starting from villages, cities, moving to national, and now international level. The idea that Mrs. Ellen said at the beginning of giving back became one of our top priorities. And I'm referring to us, people from our Moldovan diaspora. Helping the poor and those in need, it's not all the time the easiest way. And you saw that. It requires a lot of dedication, hard work, and time. But it takes a character of a leader to do that, and of course, a big responsibility. And of course, this led me to the idea and initiative that will have a sustainable impact on upcoming generation. And of course, I chose to do it through digital technologies. And I would ask someone from our technical support to open the video so you can have an overview about the proposal that I'm coming in today. And I will take up to 2 minutes, and you will have an overview about the project that I want to run. And I hope I'll get a feedback from your side, either bad or good. I'm always willing to change. Nowadays, the demand for computer literacy has become as necessary as being able to read and write. Unfortunately, the progress in IT field is not the same in all countries, and it mostly affects those in developing process like mine. High school students from rural areas of my country are facing this challenge. They don't have access to the contemporary technological developments and still use outdated computer programs in classes. During the summer break, students from underprivileged families don't have the chance to get involved in youth programs, as they can't afford it or are considered a minority. My name is Slavik.
And I am Doina, and together we want to make the students' life at school more interactive and useful by launching the project Digikidz. The purpose of this project is to empower high school students through the latest technologies by opening a summer camp of computer science. We want to involve them in an intensive program where they'll learn how to use technology to succeed at school and in life. We will organize trips to IT companies to show them what role technology plays in everyday life, and we are committed to engage more girls and motivate them to go for an IT career.
For this project, we plan to use Microsoft resources. We will teach them how to store, organize, and show data by using Microsoft Office products. They will have the chance to improve their analytical thinking in web development and coding classes by using Visual Studio environment. The digital literacy curriculum will be the essential tool for the class basics of operating systems.
At the end of the program, each student will get prizes, and for 2 of them, we will write a check to pay for the first semester at university. We believe that after this program, we'll be more confident in their skills, and will spark the change and motivate others.
It all starts with an idea. What's yours? Yes, thank you. So, a brief introduction about this project. As you have seen, it's an ICT project designed to implement a sustainable model of IT education and computer literacy for high school students. The main goal of the commitment is to provide an up-to-date digital curriculum that will meet the needs of high school students. As you've seen, they still use outdated computers. The curriculum wasn't updated, as we discussed in education, and those policies and way that they use outdated books, it's not competitive on the job market. So that's what we want to provide in the summertime when kids are in the break, summertime, to involve them, to bring them in special informatics laboratories and give them the idea and the opportunity to understand and to experience something different, and not what is just different, but what's trendy today. Just briefly give an example. You can run a 2013 Word document in 2003 version, right? How they gonna experience and work on those? Pentium 1 Vectra computers are those that I worked, not anymore. Technology evolves every day, and if we do not take necessary steps, then how are we gonna start develop our country? Technology is one of the most and main important area of each country in the world to develop its education sector, private sector, and of course businesses. So the next one I wanted to show to you, I hope this is gonna work. Does it? I'll just ask you to move the next slide, please. Yeah. Of course, you know who this person is. As President Obama said on his last 2016 Statement of the Union message, in the coming years, we should build on that progress, and he was offering every student the hands-on computer science and math classes that make them job ready on the day one. Well, if a great leader of a great country recognizes the need that they must work more in IT field and in the math and science, well, then why shouldn't we? I think when we discussed at the previous panel, Mr. Sam asked us about the education, and some of the ideas was referred to build the schools and open local trainings. I think this is the right answer to your question. My proposal is to engage more schools, and we thankful for that 5 schools already for District Yellowvein from our country are already signed, and want this project to be implemented. That's one of the solution to your question, Mr. Sam, for the previous panel. And also, I have presented this project at the General Assembly of the United Nations in August the 7th last year. And yes, this is me right there. Luckily, I was accepted and awarded by a big international organization that funds projects around the world about the youth initiatives. And this was the resolution project. And I can proudly say and announce that I'm a fellow of the organization. And as I have the support of an international organization, now what is left, I need your support. And to our success, we already have the support of diaspora and of the Bureau of the Diaspora, which is back home, and the resolution project organization too. But also we need the support of the government. And our main goal in this project is to push a real and a new curriculum for a digital education and computer literacy in high schools of the Republic of Moldova. And I'm mostly and mainly focusing on the schools from the villages. The ongoing growth and economic changes changed only in a better way schools from big cities, like capital city, north cities, south cities, but the villages and other schools from the side of the country, they have only gymnasium level or high school level, they don't have this opportunity. And I was one of them. I grew up on the outdated computers and everything, and until I tried to push the principal, have arguments with them, didn't want to go to skip some classes, because I knew if we will listen to some old ideas, we will not get that far. So hopefully, I am here today to present that idea. And finally, with that being said, we need to be thankful also to the main and supportive countries that we have today. And I'm referring to American and Canadian government for hosting us, as we are the biggest diaspora overseas. And we need to get and learn what's best from their government, for their policies, for their ideas that implement, and so on. And in the end, one more idea I want to mention, as from my side, what I can tell from now, and so on. I will keep going to do what I consider it's right. And I would like to become influential at the social level for a greater good and a social change. And as I'm asking every day, and let it be the power of the God to bless you and keep you all of you alive till that day when you see me moving my generation to a better life and a social good. Thank you.
Thank you, Veaceslav.